In today's episode, you will learn what sillar is, the building material that Arequipa is made of. We will also go rafting on the Chili River and embark on a journey through time, following the tracks of llamas, alpacas, and vicuñas. By the way, do you know how much a suit made of vicuña wool costs? I doubt you can guess. I invite you to watch the video. The price will astonish you. We are back in Arequipa, and I invite you on a tour called the Ruta del Sillar, during which you will discover the unique properties of the rocks from which this city was built. We are currently in a quarry where sillar is extracted. This volcanic stone, white and cream in color, which for centuries served as the foundation of local architecture, is a natural treasure of Arequipa. Thanks to its color, Arequipa is known as the White City. It was formed millions of years ago as a result of volcanic eruptions when hot lava solidified, creating a light, porous stone of exceptional durability. It is similar to natural pumice, but differs due to its denser structure. This structure makes the stone light, facilitating transport and construction, and resistant to weather conditions such as rain, wind, or temperature fluctuations. Despite its lightness, it is incredibly strong. It also provides excellent insulation against heat and cold. It is easy to work with, making it an ideal material for construction and sculpture, as seen in the buildings of Arequipa. Here in the quarry, we can admire the work of master stonemasons, who, using simple tools, carve the stone into incredible shapes. Each of these works is a tribute to the art and craftsmanship that have endured through the centuries. While in Arequipa, it's worth going rafting on the Chili River. It's a fantastic experience that combines the adrenaline of extreme sports with the beauty of nature. The river originates between the Chachani and Misti volcanoes, just 8 kilometers from the city center, and its winding, rapid waters create a picturesque route full of narrow passages and rushing streams. This sport is almost an urban activity, yet it allows you to feel like you are in the wilderness. The 6-kilometer-long route offers thrilling sections with difficulty levels ranging from 1 to 3, making it ideal for both beginners and more experienced rafting enthusiasts. The entire adventure takes about an hour and is a perfect break between sightseeing and the exhausting treks caused by the thin air. Thanks to the unique scenery of volcanoes and canyons, rafting on the Chili River is an unforgettable experience, perfect for those seeking adventure near the beautiful city of Arequipa. The link to the company organizing the rafting can be found in the video description. After rafting and lunch, we went for a walk around Arequipa. By chance, we stumbled upon Mundo Alpaca. It's a place that's part museum, part workshop, and part store. Here, you can interact with llamas and alpacas, learn about the history of Andean weaving, and see how traditional Peruvian fabrics are made, from the animal's fur to the finished scarf. And If you'd like to buy something made of alpaca wool, there's a wide selection here. Entry is free. You'll find the link to this place in the video description. However, what really caught my attention was a story that began 45 million years ago. This story starts with a small herbivorous animal called Protylopus. It was an unremarkable mammal about the size of a large dog that lived in what is now California in North America. This species evolved, and about 15 million years ago, Procamelus appeared, a much larger animal, standing about 1.3 meters tall at the shoulder. Over millions of years, the descendants of Procamelus began to diversify and migrate, and around 3.5 million years ago, their great exodus began. Some moved northward, crossing the Bering Land Bridge into Asia. Those that stayed behind evolved, adapting to desert conditions and becoming the Bactrian camels with 2 humps that we know today. Another group traveled further, reaching the Arabian Peninsula and northern Africa, where they adapted to the harsh deserts of the Sahara. Evolution here resulted in the formation of a single hump, giving rise to the modern dromedary camels. The extreme desert conditions led both species to develop long legs, allowing them to cover vast distances in search of water and food, as well as humps where they store fat, an energy reserve that also produces water for camels. Another group moved southward from North America, eventually reaching the high Andes. In the Andes, evolution took a different path. The ancestors of Procamelus in this region adapted to the thin air and cold temperatures. Here, in the challenging mountain environment, different species of Andean camelids developed: llamas, alpacas, guanacos, and vicuñas. Llamas proved to be excellent pack animals in the mountains. They were larger and stronger, making them ideal for carrying loads. Alpacas, on the other hand, were valued primarily for their soft, warm wool. Vicuñas, like guanacos, remained wild, but unfortunately, their populations have declined over the centuries due to hunting. Camels are separated from llamas, alpacas, and vicuñas by thousands of kilometers. These species look very different from one another, and it's hard to imagine that they are distant cousins with a common ancestor. At the end of our visit to Mundo Alpaca, here are a few more interesting facts about vicuñas. Vicuñas, found mainly in Peru, are strictly protected, partly because of their wool, which is considered the most luxurious in the world. In Peru, killing a vicuña can result in a prison sentence of up to 25 years. That's more than for killing a human. What makes vicuña fibers so valuable? Their fleece is extremely fine and delicate, yet incredibly warm. Moreover, these animals can only be shorn once every 2 years, yielding a maximum of around 500 grams of raw material per vicuña. This rarity makes their wool astronomically expensive. A kilogram of unprocessed vicuña wool can cost up to $500. Every stage, from shearing these animals to the retail sale of products made from their wool, is strictly controlled. Companies involved in this process must have the appropriate licenses and permits. Vicuña wool products are only available in the most exclusive fashion houses, such as the Italian brands Loro Piana and Ermenegildo Zegna. In their collections, you'll find clothing made of vicuña wool that can cost tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, a scarf made of vicuña wool costs around $1,500, while an exclusive suit costs at least $46,000. Mundo Alpaca in Arequipa is the perfect place to learn about this fascinating story, which began millions of years ago in the forests of North America and ends on the runways of modern fashion. Today, we bid farewell to Arequipa. Just a few hours of sleep, and tomorrow at 5 a.m., we'll set off for Lake Titicaca, the largest lake in South America. We'll stay in a place far from tourist trails, where we'll get to see the everyday lives of the local inhabitants. We'll also visit Taquile Island, which is very unique due to its timeless and distinctive traditions. I invite you to watch the next episode.